Humans are impacted by disability everywhere in the world. There is no place on Earth that is totally immune to impairment. Similar to this, achievers with disabilities can be found everywhere. The world's 10 most notable people with disabilities. Hawking, Stephen. Amyotrophic lateral sclerosis is the type of disability, ALS. British nationality. Stephen Hawking, who lived from January 8, 1942 to March 14, 2018, was one of the most well-known scientists in history. Professor Hawking had to use a customized wheelchair that had a computer placed on it that could speak for him. Due to ALS, he was verbally impaired. Professor Hawking was a renowned theoretical physicist who made important discoveries about the universe's operation. One of many of his significant scientific accomplishments is the discovery of Hawking radiation. In 1974, Professor Stephen Hawking was chosen as a Fellow of the Royal Society, FRS. In 2009, he received the Presidential Medal of Freedom, the nation's highest civilian honor. He also got numerous accolades for his contributions to science. Keller, Helen. Disability type, deaf-blind. United States of America. Helen Keller, June 27, 1880 to June 1, 1968, is arguably the most well-known representative of people with disabilities. At the age of 19 months, she developed a disease that left her deaf and blind. Anne Sullivan, Helen's instructor and lifelong friend, helped her learn how to express herself. Helen Keller continued on to become the first deaf-blind graduate in history. The Story of My Life, Helen Keller's autobiography, is regarded as a classic work of English literature. She traversed the globe in support of causes like socialism, women's suffrage, labor rights, and anti-militarism. Undoubtedly, one of the most well-known disabled people in the world is Helen Keller. Theodore Roosevelt. Disability type, polio. United States of America. Franklin D. Roosevelt, better known by his initials FDR, served as the 32nd President of the United States from January 30, 1882 until April 12, 1945. Roosevelt had polio in 1921, which left his legs permanently disabled. He did, however, hold the office of president from 1933 until his passing in 1945. As the nation's successful leader during both the Great Depression and World War II, FDR had a significant impact on America. Roosevelt established the National Foundation for Infantile Paralysis in 1938, which sparked the creation of polio vaccinations. The March of Dimes later took the name of this foundation. FDR used a wheelchair, but he tried not to be seen doing so in public. FDR is regarded as one of the top presidents in American history, along with George Washington and Abraham Lincoln. Reeve, Christopher. Disability type, neck below paralysis as a result of a riding accident. United States of America. Christopher Reeve, who was only 24 years old when he played the title role in the 1978 film Superman, was born on September 25, 1952, in New York City. Following the film's debut, Newsweek stated that Christopher Reeve's entire performance is a joy. His bumbling, fumbling Clark Kent and almighty Superman are only two kinds of gallantry and innocence, with a face as keen and strong as an axe blade. But on May 27, 1995, Reeve was involved in a horseback riding accident that smashed his cervical vertebrae and left him neck below incapacitated. Reeve persevered despite suffering a severe spinal cord injury and the resulting disabilities. He rose to prominence as a disability campaigner. On October 10, 2004, Reeve passed away at the age of 52. Nicholas Vujicic. Disability type, tetraamelia syndrome, born without arms or legs. American-Australian nationality. Nick Vujicic was born in Melbourne, Australia, on December 4, 1982. He was born without arms or legs due to the unusual condition known as phocomelia. Nick, who had a disability, managed to graduate from Griffith University at the age of 21 despite all the challenges that came with it. On February 12, 2012, he wed Kane Miyahara in Japan. The couple is now parents to 4 kids. Nick is the creator of Attitude is Altitude and a well-known motivational speaker across the world. Nick easily makes it onto any list of well-known people with impairments thanks to his unwavering attitude of perseverance. Elizabeth Vergier. Type of disability, leg paralysis. Dutch nationality. In professional sports, Esther Vergier has been the most dominant athlete. She competed in wheelchair tennis professionally and won 48 Grand Slam competitions, 23 year-end titles, and 7 Paralympic medals. From 1999 until her retirement in 2013, she ranked as the top wheelchair tennis player in the world. Since 2003 until her retirement, Esther had never lost. She had won 470 matches in a row. On July 18, 1981, Esther was born in Woerden, Netherlands. She developed a disease in 1987 and was paralyzed in March 1990. During her recovery, she developed her wheelchair tennis skills before going pro in 1995. And Esther is currently recognized as the most well-known disabled athlete in the world. Simon Dinklage. Disability type, dwarfism. American nationality. Peter Dinklage was born with achondroplasia, a common kind of dwarfism, on June 11, 1969 in Mendham Township, New Jersey, in the United States. Peter Dinklage is 4 feet, 5 inches tall, 135 centimeters. He go on to work in Hollywood as an actor for television and films. Dinklage gained prominence for his 2011 to 2019 performance as Lord Tyrion Lannister on the HBO television series Game of Thrones. 4 times, Peter Dinklage has taken home the Primetime Emmy for Outstanding Supporting Actor in a Drama Series. Along with a long number of other accolades, he has received a Golden Globe Award. Mr. Nash. Schizophrenia with acute paranoia is the type of disability. American John Nash, June 13, 1928 to May 23, 2015, was a well-known mathematician with a long career. He was awarded the Nobel Prize in Economics in 1994 for his groundbreaking work on the theory of non-cooperative games equilibrium analysis. In 1959, Nash was given a paranoid schizophrenia diagnosis. Although Nash battled his disease for the rest of his life, he was a math prodigy. He was a professor at Princeton University and the Massachusetts Institute of Technology. The topic of the Academy Award-winning film A Beautiful Mind was John Nash's life, 1998. The role of Nash was played by Russell Crowe, and Ron Howard skillfully directed this masterpiece. Teresa Kahlo. Nationality, Mexican. Disability type, polio. Mexican painter Frida Kahlo lived from July 6, 1907, through July 13, 1954. When she was 6 years old, she developed polio. Her right leg was thinner and shorter than the left due to the sickness. Kahlo suffered an accident in 1925 that made her condition worse. She was in constant discomfort and spent the majority of her life in bed. Kahlo nevertheless became into one of the most well-known painters and a cultural icon. The Two Fridas, 1939, Self-Portrait with Thorn Necklace and Hummingbird, Henry Ford Hospital, My Birth, Self-Portrait on the Borderline Between Mexico and the United States, 1932, Memory, The Heart, 1937, What the Water Gave Me, 1938, and 1940. Mario Bocelli. Completely blind by nature. Italian nationality. Andrea Bocelli, who was born on September 22, 1958, in Italy, was given the prognosis of congenital glaucoma at the age of 5 months. When he was 12 years old, he became entirely blind. As a young child, Bocelli shown a strong affinity for music. He studied music and went on to become a well-known lyricist, pianist, fiddler, and tenor singer. If God would have a singing voice, he must sound a lot like Andrea Bocelli, the singer Celine Dion has claimed. On March 4, 2006, Andrea Bocelli received the Grand Officer of the Italian Republic's Order of Merit, Grande Official Ordine al Merito della Repubblica Italiana. Presented by AWZ. Don't forget to subscribe our channel.